Wanted to just give you a short little video this morning, encouraging you about what God's not only been doing in my life, but what we see God doing in our church. Sunday, we preached the story of Zacchaeus and challenged our own minds and hearts to begin to think about people who might be in the crowd, who's around us, and the people who might be. Um, Looking for a conversation about the gospel and about Jesus, that just as Zacchaeus did, and taking a chance and putting aside the social norms and putting aside the social expectations of who he was, Zacchaeus climbed a tree and began to look for who Jesus was and to try to hear from him and to try to get a glimpse of Jesus' heart. And so the challenge that we left you with Sunday was for you to begin to look in your world and see who maybe has climbed a tree and is looking out to see who Jesus was. And so I want to encourage you to be looking around you and to be looking to see where God wants to use your life, your testimony, your daily walk to try to intersect with people who might need Jesus. If we leave all of the evangelism, if we leave all of the gospel sharing to Sunday morning, we will never make the impact into the world that God wants us to. So this week, I've already been encouraged to hear stories of people who God is saying to them, I want you to think about your neighbor. I want you to think about this person you work with. I want you to think about this person in your class at school or at college. I want you to think about that person in the next cubicle on the next block. And to hear people begin to have those conversations and begin to think and pray about how I share the gospel with them is such an encouraging thing, to know that the gospel is going forth. So I'm going to challenge you today to begin to look and see who around you is climbing a tree, who around you can you pray for? Can you begin to think about sharing with them what God has done in your heart? Listen, you don't have to be a pastor. You don't have to be a trained seminary professor, evangelist, whatever. All people want to know is what Jesus has done in your heart. So I'm going to encourage you today. I'm praying for you. I'm praying that God would use your life. And I'm excited to hear the stories about what God is going to do in your life and in mine as we begin to share with people who have climbed a tree to see Jesus. Have a good day. Hope to see you this Sunday at worship, and we're excited about what God's going to do.